And it's the first time happening. That's fine. So good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Say
morning, sir.
loudly.
Morning, sir.
Say loudly. Yeah, say how loud I speak. You know, today I'm at
Good
home.
morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, people at
Good
home
morning,
hate
sir.
me. People at home hate me, and then even when I'm in the in my department in the college, people around tell, "Why do you speak so loud?" I used to tell them, "I speak so loud because I'm bold and confident." So that's the way you should be. You have to be bold and confident when you say something. Never feel shy. Okay, no one is perfect. I'm not perfect either, but I try my best. Okay, so today I thought I'll have about 15 minutes to talk to you, but time is shortened by a few minutes. It's 9:52. I want to tell you two things before Minu Joe's Miss takes over. She is also a Max faculty, and she did have BSc and MSc from University of Calicut and MPhil from Madurai Kamaraj University. So she had worked before coming to our college, before coming to Jyoti. She had worked in some other college for a couple of years, and then she is with us for about 14 years. So she is also a part of aptitude training, folks, people who train other students from other colleges. So she'll be taking class for you today, and she will start at 10:10. Okay. Now the most important thing. Very quickly, I wanted to ask two things before I give you the assignment. The assignment this time is going to be a bit tricky. I'll come to the assignment at around 10 o'clock because only 46 of you have logged in. Now, the first thing, I hope you're all going through the idioms and the words, the replacement words, the hard words, or whatever you call. I hope you're going through. Okay. நான் சும்மா கொடுத்தது கிடையாது, அது படிக்கணும். அது அந்த idioms எல்லாம் very simple idioms. Okay, at this age you have to know a few idioms at least. If someone says, the pot calling the kettle black, சொன்னா you should look, pot நான் pot பத்தி சொல்லவே இல்லையே, பாத்திரம் பத்தி ஒன்னும் சொல்லவே இல்லையே, நான் pot பத்தி kettle பத்தி ஒன்னும் சொல்லவே இல்லையே நான். Why do you say this, sir? I didn't understand, sir. You can't be telling at your age. Okay, it's just something came into my mind. I said, pot calling a kettle black. What is the meaning? Can anyone unmute and tell? Very quickly. Pot calling a kettle black. Other saying. What is it? Can someone unmute and say quick? Sikram. What is Yuvashri?
Yes, sir.
Yes, tell me. You said you are better than me in English, right? Tell me.
Sorry, sir. I don't have any idea.
You don't have an idea why? அந்த இடியம் லிஸ்ட்ல அது கிடையாது, நான் போட்டல. அது நான் சடனா ஒண்ணு ஞாபகம் வந்தது, நான் சொன்னேன். அதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப சிம்பிள் ஒன்ஸ் which I have given you. You have to go through that. Okay, let me quickly explain what is pot calling a kettle black. Na, see, kitchenle pot black. Okay, kettle black because you keep heating water and milk or whatever liquid all the time. And what happens? That also becomes black. So pot calling a kettle black, na, like, it's another way of telling, like, do not throw, I know, when you're in a glass house, do not throw stones. That is another saying. I know so many idioms and proverbs and sayings. Okay, so I'm not going into some difficult one, but when you live in a glass house, you should not throw stones is not a difficult one. That is, adod artham, adu rendu solrana quicker, rendu important da. Okay, pot calling a kettle black, na, like, naane, I did some mistakes in it and all that, and I'm blaming someone else who did the mistake. Okay, so அவனவன் தப்பு பண்ணிட்டு மத்தவனை குத்தம் சொல்றது. That is called pot calling a kettle black. ரெண்டும் black தான், potum black, kettle black. Why should a pot call a kettle black? அந்த contextலாம் நம்ம சொல்லுவோம். Next, very quickly, people living in glass houses should not throw stones. It is not literally the same as pot calling a kettle black, but it's more or less the same. Like, for example, when வீடு ஃபுல்லா glass-ஆல பண்ணுனது. Okay, just imagine. The whole house is made of glass. Will you be able to throw stones in your house? No, because you'll break the glass. Okay,
No.
so the meaning is like when you have certain constraints, some certain restrictions in mind, you have to keep that in mind and not take some just hasty action. For example, you calling someone black, as I said earlier, one. As I said, it's not exactly the same problem, but it's similar to one. Okay, so when you have certain weakness, when you have certain constraints, போராய்மகள், okay, குறவுகள் இருந்துச்சுன்னா, you don't have to blame others, nor they say, in glass houses you should not throw stones. Okay, so those are certain the idioms that I gave you. Maybe there is glass house, stone, whatever. Okay, I don't remember. I know so many. So I just gave about, I don't know, 20, 30, which you should know some basic idioms. Next, coming to hard words, it's not really hard words, but very simple words like empathy. அதுக்கெல்லாம் meaning correct தெரியணும். Sympathy, empathy, அதோட meaning எல்லாம் கண்டிப்பா தெரியணும். Okay, now, actually I was going to, in my list today, actually I wanted to ask Yuvashri, uh, uh, I mean, how how is the internship program going so far? So I want to see how she will reply, but அதுக்கு இங்க time கிடையாது because already we logged in late, or I logged in late, so I don't have time for it because I don't want to keep Minu Joe's miss waiting. It's not nice on my part to keep her waiting for more than 10 minutes. So I'll tell two more things. கண்டிப்பா 10 minutes ஆயிடும். நான் பேச ஆரம்பிச்சா அதுக்கு அவசானமே கிடையாது. Okay, first, yesterday Sharon sent me. Is Sharon on board?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So Sharon sent me an assignment. She had to send me a second assignment, but invariably it didn't show up in my email because of late I'm getting a lot of emails thanks to so many students responding. And she told me, "Sir, you didn't write anything about my assignment." அந்த மாதிரி யாரும் எனக்கு அனுப்ப மாட்டாங்க because I always check right away, and then and check and see what is have that person improved. I always check, but Sharon somehow I missed. So she asked me, "Sir, you didn't write anything about my assignment." அப்ப நான் பார்த்தேன் அவளோட assignment already நான் reply அனுப்பியிருக்கேன் நான். But then what I did was, it was a story about the weirdest thing. She wrote me a story, like she was in the bed and she had a dream. There was a man in a dark figure, behind the door. And then suddenly she woke up and it was a dream. 2 weeks later, she was in the garden and she saw similarly another, it's the same guy with the red eyes somewhere in the corner of the garden. So she wrote something like that. Okay, so I thought, நான் first அனுப்புனதுக்கு நான் அது படிச்சேன். I said, okay, it was good. Now English is not too bad. Okay. And she asked for correction, which I liked. So, of course, I can't correct every one of yours one by one, check word by, I check word by word, but I can't keep correcting one by one and sending because that's a big number. If it was like 20, 25, I would always do that. அதான் நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நான் பிரின்சிபால்கிட்ட சொன்னேன், நான் எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் நம்பர் கொடு, நான் உங்க மார்க் எடுக்கிறேன், நான் 25, 30, but principal said no, lot of students are there. Initially he said 300 students, அதெல்லாம் waste. So I said 100 students. So anyway, what I did was, to Sharon, I said, your story is very good, but how about this way? சொல்லிட்டு நான் அவளுக்கு ஒரு ஸ்டோரி, நானே அந்த ஸ்டோரி within 5-6 minutes நான் எழுதினேன். நான் in about 125 words இருக்குமா Sharon?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I sent her the story, how you can write it in a better way. Better way, maybe I can write better way because I love English so much. So I wrote in such a way that yes, there are a lot of yeah, thank you. There are a few words because எனக்கு நல்ல words use பண்ணாடி எனக்கு அந்த depth வராது எனக்கு. I will not, எனக்கு அந்த impact வராது. So I always look for words which are more fitting. Yes, maybe you will feel those words are not up to your, they are not to your level. They are much above it. Maybe you could feel, but that's why dictionaries are invented for. Okay, dictionaries are made for you to refer to the meaning. So I would suggest, adana 5-6 minutes till yesterday. These days, college, I'm quite busy with certain corrections and all this, English corrections and all this. So I mean, you can always put that, Sharon, that now another thing is that you might be thinking, ஆமா story change பண்ணிட்டு எப்படி வேணாலும் எழுதலாம், நல்லா எழுதலாம். No, our same story, okay? Ade our story, I changed it in such a way that it has so impact and it's so much horror in it, okay? So much
Yes, sir.
horror in it. So that's the art of writing. So maybe you can put it in the group. Maybe give it to Kavita Miss and she'll put it in the group. So just go through. But again, summa vaakir mattum illa. You should check those words. For example, I use words like menacing. Okay, I use words like menacing. I mean, you should check what is the meaning of menace. Now, menacing is not same as menace. Okay, so these are certain things you got to be careful in English. So once you are good in English, you have that authority over the language. You know the subtle difference between each word. Subtle na the chinna meaning between two words. But you should not use words that are wrong. So only words that you're very sure are the matana. And then if you are very passionate, slowly it improve. Slowly those words will improve. That's how it is. So just as an example of how we made, I mean, how our story was good. I'm telling you, it was good. Our second assignment, this is how you have to make improvements.
Thank you, sir.
You just can't write out of your mind. You write something, same mistakes you repeat again and again, and spelling mistakes, கூட same mistakes, right? அப்படி இருக்கக்கூடாது. I mean, why I am giving you assignment is to get better and better. I mean, you have dictionary with you. You should check the meaning. What is the spelling, and based on that is how you have to do. Okay. Now,
Okay,
my
sir.
next thing is, Minimis is waiting. I'll take 5 more minutes. My next assignment is a very interesting one. This is a story. The story is Bitter Scent of Roses. Now, Kavita Misuka அனுப்பியிருக்கேன், நான் குரூப்லி போட்டிருக்கேன் நான். Now, you must be wondering, why is it in that format? I'll tell you what it is. It's very interesting. I hope everybody has joined in, right? It's 10-2. Okay, it's 94, but that's fine. That's a good number. I like always to be 105, 106. Otherwise, I'll feel like I'm not good enough for you. அது எனக்கு ஒரு guilty feeling வரும். So, log in, listen to me. It'll always be helpful. Okay, fine. So the story is The Bitter Scent of Roses. If you had seen our group, I had sent just 5 minutes back, waiting for me to log in. I put that story. Now, what is that story about? This story was written by me in my third year of hotel management at the age of 19 or 20. At 20. At that age, I love to write stories. So, in fact, I did my hotel management from Hyderabad, that the Indian Institute of Hotel Management is a very prestigious college. It's not easy to get in the hotel management. In the whole of India, you have only about 7 colleges. Mine was the 7th college. Only 7 colleges in the whole of India, and people from very, very rich hotel owners, kids come and study to manage the hotel. So this is how it was, and I wasn't rich. I just joined because my father said, I like BCom, CA. I told you on the first day. But then eventually I joined because, my dad forced me to. Okay. My dad was a terror. So he forced me to do that. So I moved all the way from Neyveli to Hyderabad to do the 3-year course. So I was very passionate about English even those days. So the third year, there was a big competition amongst all the colleges. Okay, so all the nearby colleges in Hyderabad, there was a big competition about one story, right? It was for an event. I don't remember, it was Independence Day or whatever day. But I made an attempt. I used to write little stories here and there just to show off, my imaginative, creative skills. Now, this particular story is அந்த நான் அனுப்பின ஸ்டோரி பார்த்தா கூட தெரியும், பழைய fonts. Those days we don't have computers and all. This happened in 1988 or 1989. 1988. Okay, 1989 I joined Taj Coromandel Hotel in Chennai through campus interviews. So this particular story, okay, well, I still remember the kind of room I was sitting, a very dingy room, dingy in a very smoky, no light kind of room. I remember. Anyway, that's a long story. There's no end to it. So that particular story was written from that room. I still remember. If you see that particular page, you will see all the way down 3 DHMCT. That's my third year of diploma in hotel management. So there, that particular story won the first prize. Okay. Now you must be wondering what is my, but before that. So that story, when I won first, many colleges called our principal and said, this particular person can write so well. His imagination is really good. And the language vocabulary, but the way how I constructed those sentences, and many people called my principal and told, and I was a bit popular those days when it comes to story writing, but yes, I was a very shy person. Okay. It's only the ships that changed me. Now, along with that, there was one magazine called Eve's Weekly. Eve na penna, ponna. Yeah. Eve na Adam and Eve. Eve's Weekly in a magazine அன்னைக்கு இருந்தது. Okay, இப்பெல்லாம் கிடையாது. அதெல்லாம் நிறுத்திட்டு ஒரு 10-15 வருஷம் ஆச்சு. So those days, Eve's Weekly always had 2 stories every month. Yeah, every month. It had 2 stories. So they asked me, can I contribute a story every month? And they will pay me 30 rupees. 30. This is 1989. Okay. They will, that was good money for those days. Now hotel management joined for the 1,800 rupees salary. I was in a hotel operation trainee. It's a very nice position. I joined as a trainee. I was getting 1,800 rupees. So 30 rupees is a good money for me, my pocket money. So I said, I'll contribute every month a story. And I love writing. I mean, it's all about English. Games illa onnume illa enakku. I'm only worried about studying and English. Life kadiyadu enakku. So I spend a lot of time writing stories, and that's when my imagination and creativity started working. I knew I had good imagination. I can translate those thoughts into words when I write, and I was a hit. So I love to see every month my name featuring in the Eve's Weekly with some nice sentimental stories. I always write sentimental stories. So this is one story, the first story that clicked in my life, Bitter Scent of Roses. Now, my assignment is, I want you all, yes, it's a bit tough to read. Now, why I didn't write it, type it in a computer and send it, because I want to maintain that page in its pristine glory. What is pristine? In that old format, those words, I want to recollect my days when I was very, very good in story writing. So I want to keep it in its pristine glory. And that's the reason I will never type that into this one. Yes, you will find a bit of difficulty in reading it. Okay, words are a lot of kadayade. But see how I constructed the sentences, and I brought about a just simple story. But then see how I wrote. I want you to read, and I want you to write in your own words the story and send it to me, not more than 50 words. And the story mottama solradhukku oru 40 words kuda edukadu. But I wrote it in nearly say about 750 words. I wrote that. But that's how I constructed and developed that story step by step. And the ending is superb. Okay, just read it, and I want you to read it. First vaati puriyati, rendavathu vaati padi, moonavathu vaati padi, naalavathu vaati nalla irukum. That story is good, I guarantee that. That's written by me. So read that, translate that into, not translate your voice. What I meant was translate whatever I wrote into like 40-50 words and send it to me. Okay, and that's the assignment. Do not go more than 50 words. Okay, you can, nothing wrong, 100 varaikum polam, adukku mela povana, like about 80 to 100 words. Send me the synopsis of it. Try and use better words. Okay, adukku dictionary paathu idoda meaning ennadu, idoda most difficult in the saarku potu na nasapadutha poran nanu, adu theva illa, because one, it's pointless. Second, you will not educate yourself like that. Use the right words, because only when you come to a level that you can speak well is when you pick the right words. It's like that. Malayalam appadida, Tamil appadida, ella language appadida. So we just look for a most difficult word and try to impress Devi sir. No, I'm too good at finding who are the real good students. Okay, so work on it. Understand that. So it's a beautiful story. Trust me, it's a beautiful story. Okay, so read that and then understand two, three times. Read it. Nothing wrong. It's a good story. Read it two, three. It's not a waste of time. And then send me in about 40, 50 words and let me see how good you are. So Minimis is waiting. It's 10:10, exactly 10:10. So Minimis is waiting for you. So as I said earlier, she finished her graduation and the master's from in mathematics from University of Calicut, and she did her MPhil from Madurai Kamaraj University. And she has been with us for about 14 years. Prior to that, she spent a very short time in some other college. So she's a huge factor in our college when it comes to training, the aptitude part, and she constantly does trainings for a lot of colleges. So we are indeed glad to have her, and I hand over my session to her. So don't forget the homework and keep the tempo. Always never lose the tempo, because even after 50 days, and the passion burn off. If you don't have that passion, it's all gone. It's not worth living. It's not worth living if you are not passionate about something in life. Okay, I don't mean you all have to have that passion towards English alone. I don't mean that. But it always helps to be very good in English. Okay? As I always tell, moon inches, high heels feeling when you can speak good English and you develop a charismatic aura about you. People look at you like, wow, that's how English is. Okay? Because it's not our native language. Thank you very much. I hand over to Minu Joe's miss, and she'll hold the session till about 11 o'clock. Thank you very much, and ciao.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Miss. Thank you.
Good morning, all.
Good morning, sir.
Myself, Minu. Yeah, myself, Minu.
Morning, ma'am.
I'm from. Yeah, good morning. Thank you. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful words. Now, let me coming to the topic. I'm going to take some questions from this topic, aptitudes. So we can straightly go to the topic. Let me present the screen. So here are some questions for you. Hope you will write the questions. So we can start. So we can write the questions in your notebook. So first question, write down. Question is on the screen. Find the reminder. Find the reminder when 73 into 75 into 78 into 57 into 197 into 37 is divided by 34. Find the remainder when 73 into 75 into 78 into 57 into 197 into 37 is divided by 34. And the options are also given here. The answers are 32, 30, 15, 28. So from this ABCD options, we need to identify which is the correct answer. So if the calculator is available, it is very simple, nothing to panic about the situation. But if it is not here, it is not easy to find the product of this large numbers. So instead, we are adopting some other method. Let me show how we can do this problem. So let me write the questions here. So it is 73 into 75, 78. 75 into 78 into 57, 197, 37. 57, 197, 37. And we need to divide this product by 34. So this is the question. So we need to find the product and then we need to divide it by 34. So the easier method is take the first number 73. So I need to divide this 73 by 34. I will divide by term division. That means I will divide this 73 by 34 into 75 by 34 like that. So that means I'm splitting the terms into a number of terms. So when I divide this 73 by 34, So we know this goes 2 times. It is 68, and 20. It is equal to 5. So when I divide this 73 by 34, the remainder becomes 5. We are concentrating on the remainder, not on the quotient. So here we are having the remainder is given to be 5. So I will write that 5 here. So 5 into, regarding the second term is given to be 75. So I need to divide the 75 by 34. So when I divide this 73 by 34, I got the remainder as 5. And we could see the 73 is less than from the 75 by 2. So when I divide the 75 by 34, I will get the remainder as 7. Hope it is clear. And we know this difference between 75 and 78 is equal to 3. So when I divide this 78 by 34, the remainder will be equal to 7 plus 3, and 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. So into, and then next comes 57. So when I divide this 57 by 34, let me divide. So it is when I divide this 70 just by 34, it goes only once. So it is 34. So it is 23. Okay. So when I divide this 57 by 34, the remainder becomes 23. So 23 into, and then next comes the number 197. You can divide by straight method. So divide that 197 by 34. So if I divide this 195 by 34, after doing that, we could see the remainder is going to be 27. We can do the same method. So we can check it. So it will be equal to 27. And then finally, last number is given to be 37. So we could see this when I divide this 37 by 34, the remainder is going to be 3, simply 3. So I have reduced these large numbers into this set of numbers. Okay. So again, I'm going to divide this by 34. So I will multiply the first two numbers. So it is equal to 5 sevens are 35. So when I divide this 35 by 34, the remainder is going to be 1. So 1 into, so I have grouped these two numbers, the first and second numbers, and for convenience, I will take the first and last. So 10 into 3, 10 into 3, we know is equal to 30. And when 30 is divided by 34, we know this 30 divided by 34 is 30 is itself the remainder. So in other words, I could write it as minus 4. Minus 4 means I need plus 4 to make it as 34. So instead of this plus 4, I should write it as minus 4. That means I am having only 10 into 3. 10 into 3 is equal to 30. So when I divide this 30 by 34, 30 itself is a remainder. So instead of not writing 30, I will write it as minus 4. I need 4 more points to make it as 34. And then 23, and when I divide this 23 by this 34, it will be equal to 11. I think it is 11 into, I will write that 27 as 27 itself divided by, or you can write it 27 some negative quantity. Sorry, it is not 11, this is minus 11. I cannot divide this 23 by 34. It is 23 itself is the remainder. So I will find the term 34 minus 23, 34 minus 23, it is 11. So I will make it as minus 11. Okay, so into 27 divided by, again I will divide this by 34. So that is equal to 4 11s are 4 into 11 is equal to 44. So 44 divided by 34 becomes 10. So it is 10 into 27, 10 into 27 divided by 34, and which is equal to 270, 270 by 34. So I should divide this 270 by 34. So when I divide this 270 by 34, I will get 34 into, let me take this some 6 204. So I will take it as 34 into 8. Let me check. It is greater number, so I must take 34 into 7. So 4 sevens are 28, 2, 3 sevens are 21, 21 plus 2 becomes 23. So it is 7 times 2, 38, and 0 minus 8 is equal to 2. And here we are having 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 is equal to 32. So I think this 32 will be available in your options. Yes, 32 is the first one. So 32 is the answer. So procedure is, I will explain once more. This is the procedure. I need to divide this 73 into 75 into 75, 78 into 57 into 197 into 37 by 34. And since it is very difficult to find the product of the numerator without using calculator, we are adopting some other method so that we could divide the number by easily. So I will take term by term division. So first we are having 73 by 74. Sorry, 73 by 34. So when I divide the 73 by 34, I could get, or I am getting the remainder as 5. So I will write that 5 here. And then we know the difference between 73 and 75 is equal to 2. So the remainder, when I divide the 75 by 34, it will be equal to 7. In a similar manner, divide each term by 34 and write the remainders as the numerator. So these are the reminders when I divide this numerator by 34. Again, you continue the division by 34. So when I'm multiplying this first two numbers, 5 into 7, that is equal to 35. So 35 by 34 becomes 1. So 1 into, I'm taking the first and last, you can take in any order. So it is equal to 10 into 3, it becomes 30. But this, when I divide this 30 by 34, 30 itself is the remainder. So I could either write it as 30, or but I am making it as small numbers. I will write it as minus 4. So it's minus 4. And then again, 23 divided by 34, 23 divided by 34. Either you can write it as 23 itself. Then we need to find the product of 23 into 27. So to avoid that, I'm writing this 23 as minus 11. And again, if you need, you can write this 27 as minus 7, no problem. But I'm writing it as 27 itself. I'm trying to make it as a positive number, that's why. Okay, so this is 4 into 11 becomes 44. So 44, when this 44 is divided by 34, it becomes 10. So 10 into 27. And finally, we have got it as 270. 270 by 34. And the remainder is equal to 32. And that is in your option. Okay. So this is the first one, and option is given to be 32. Hope the problem is clear. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we can pass on to the next question. The second question is of the same pattern, so you can try. So write down. Let capital N is equal to 1421 into 1423 into 1425. What is the remainder? What is the remainder when n is divided by 12? What is the remainder when n is divided by 12? So we'll do it together. I will write the numbers here. 1, 4. Second question we are doing. 1421 into 1423 into 1425. We should divide this by 12. So find the remainder when this 1421 is divided by 12. So we will get the remainder as 12. 101. 8 times 96. So it is equal to 5. This is equal to 5. And we know that the difference between 21 and this 23 is 2. So the next term will be, the remainder will be equal to 7. And again, the difference is equal to 2. So that remainder will be equal to 9 divided by 12. And then 5 sevens are 35. And 35 divided by 12. So we know the multiple of 12 becomes 24 and 36. So we have only 35. So I will make it as 36. I need 1. So I will write it as minus 1. So it is minus 1 into 9 divided by 12. And that is equal to minus 9 by 12. And we know this minus 9, we know this remainder can never be negative. So this minus 9 is in general is same as 3. So that means to make it as 12, I need 3 more. So it is as 3. Or you can take, this is one of the method, or you can take it as 5 into 7 into 9. It is 63, yeah, divided by 12. And then try to do the division. You will get the same remainder will be equal to 3. So if I'm doing this method, we know 12 into 5 is 60. 60 means you will have 5 into 3. 5 into 3 by 12, that is equal to 15 by 12, and 15 by 12 is equal to 3. Any method you can take. Okay. So don't write the remainder in terms of negative value, write it as or make it as positive. So here the answer is going to be 3. So that is our option C. Hope it is completed. Next one is very simple. 3 numbers are in the ratio. Write the question. 3 numbers are in the ratio 1:2, 2:3. 3 numbers are in the ratio 1:2, 2:3. And the HCF is 12. We know this HCF stands for highest common factor. And the HCF is 12. The numbers are options are available: 12, 24, 36, 11, 22, 33, 5, 10, 15, 6, 12, 18. Which is the correct answer?
Option A, ma'am. Option A,
Yeah,
ma'am.
option A. Yeah, option A, because we are having the HCF is given to be 12. So all the numbers should be must be divided by 12. So in this numbers, when I divide this 12, it becomes the remainder is existing. That means only one possible value, and they are 12, 24, and 36. That means 1 into 12, that is the first value, 2 into 12, and this 3 into 36. Very simple question. Hope it is over. And the next one. What is the least number of soldiers? What is the least number of soldiers that can be drawn up? What is the least number of soldiers that can be drawn up in troops of 12, 15, 18? What is the least number of soldiers that can be drawn up in troops of 12, 15, and 18 and 20 soldiers? And 20 soldiers. And also in the form of a solid square. And also in the form of a solid square. So the meaning options are available here: 900, 400, 1,600, and then 2,500. 4 options are available, and you could say that the square root of each of the number is existing. So that is it is in the question it is specified. It must be a solid square. That means it must be a perfect square. Okay. So the question is, what is the least number of soldiers that can be drawn up in troops of 12, 15, 18, and 20 soldiers? That means what is the number that should be taken so that I could divide that number in terms of 12, 15, 18, or 20 soldiers. Either I can divide that large number by in the form so that the number of soldiers in each group is equal to 12. Or I could divide the same number by number of soldiers is equal to 15. Okay. Or a number of is equal to 18 or is equal to 20, plus one more condition, that number should be a square of some number. That means it must be a perfect square. That is why all the answers are given in terms of perfect numbers. All this, so we are having two conditions are existing here. The first one is that number, we must able to divide that number in terms of 12, 15, 18 or 20 soldiers of groups. Okay. Plus it must be a square number. So anybody is having any idea how will you find this answer? Anyone? Hope the question is clear, isn't it? Yes or no? Please respond. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Okay.
Audible.
Yeah, okay. So I should divide that number, the number of soldiers, in troops of or in groups of 12, 15, 18, and 20. Plus, it must be a square number. So and first we will find which is the number so that I could divide the number in groups of 12, 15, 18, and soldiers is nothing but finding out the LCM. So if I could find out the LCM, the LCM of these four numbers will provide me so that I could divide that. If I'm having that number of soldiers, I could divide into groups of 12, 15, 18, and 20 soldiers. Okay. So I will find the LCM of 12, 15, 18, and 20. So find out the LCM. LCM of third question we are doing. So it is 12, 15, 18, and 20. Our aim is to find out the LCM. Okay. So find the LCM. The least number is 2. I will take as 2. 6, 15, 9, 10. And again I divide by 2. So it is 3, 5, sorry, 15. 3, 15, 9, and then 5. And now I'll take 3. So it is 1, 5, 3, 5. And again 3 I will take. So it is 1, 5, 1, 5. And finally 5. So it is 1, 1, 1, 1. So the LCM is equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. So this is actually 4 3s are 12. 12 into 3 is equal to 36. 36 into 5. What's 36 into 5?
180, ma'am.
Okay, so the answer is equal to 180. So if I am having 180 soldiers, I could divide this 180 by either in groups of 12 soldiers, or it can be in groups of 15 soldiers, or it can be in groups of 18 soldiers, or it can be in groups of 20 soldiers. No reminder will be there. Okay, but we need it as a, or we need to make it as a perfect square. So we know this perfect square means I need to have one more 5. So the question consists of two conditions. One, it must be in troops of 12, 15, 18, and 20, plus it must be a perfect square. This is not a perfect square, so I should make it as a perfect square, so that I need to multiply by 5. So that, and to get the answer, I will again multiply by 5. So
900.
yeah, 900. So answer is equal to 900, and it is our option. Which option? Option A. So option A is the correct answer. Okay. So next question. Find the least number. Find the least number. Find the least number, which will leave the remainder 5. Which will leave the remainder 5. So in the previous question, if we need a number of numbers are giving, and if we need to find a number so that it will divide all the numbers simultaneously, means we need to take out the LCM. Okay, so that thing you need to take from that problem. Now we can come to this problem. Find the least number which will leave the remainder 5 when divided by 8, 12, 16, and 20. Divided by 8, 12, 16, and 20. So we need to find out that number so that when I divide the number by 8, remainder must be equal to 5. If I divide the number by 12, remainder is 5. If I divide the same number by 16 and 20, the remainder must be equal to 5. Which is that number, or how we can find that number? How will you find that number? Can you find the number so that I could divide so that I will get that number, and it will be the remainder in each curve will be equal to 0 if I divide that number by these numbers. Can you find that number? How will you find the number so that the required number will be a number is divisible by 8, 12, 16 and 20. How could you find that number?
Finding LCM for these numbers, ma'am.
Yeah, yes, we need here in this problem also we need to find out the LCM. So if I find the LCM of this 8, 12, 16 and 20, it will be using that number we can divide it by 8, 12, 16 and 20. The remainder will be equal to 0, and but here we need to reminder as 5 means that LCM plus 5 will give the answer. Okay, so try to find out the LCM of 8, 12, 16 and 20. Yeah, so find the
My answer
LCM.
is 240.
Okay, so it is 240. So what about the LCM? LCM is 240, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Answer is 40.
Okay. Yes. So LCM is equal to 240 and the answer will be equal to 240 plus 5, and that is equal to 245. So the answer will be option B. Very good. Thank you. And then the next question. Okay. Next question. The product of two numbers is 4107. The product of two numbers is 4107. If the HCF of these numbers is 37, if the HCF of these numbers is 37, then the greater number is, product is 4107, HCF is 37. Okay. Product is 4107 and the HCF product is this one, and the HCF is equal to 37. HCF is 37 means this is the highest common factor. So if I'm taking this A and B as a numbers, then we should have this A and B must have 37 as a divisor. Okay, so let I take the first number as 37 into A and the second number as 37 into B. And it is given the product is equal to 4107. 4107. Okay, so this is given. And our aim is to find out which is a greater number. So out of these two numbers, one of the number is 37 into A and the other number is 37 into B, which is the greater number, and what is that? Okay, so this is equal to 37 AB is equal to 4107 divided by 37. So divide it by 37 and it is equal to actually 111.
111, ma'am.
Yeah, 111. Okay, so again I will divide this by 37. So it is AB.
The answer is 3. AB equal to 3.
Oh yeah, AB is equal to 3. Okay, so AB is equal to 3 means we are having two options. Either I could take it as A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 3, or I can take it as A is equal to 3 or B is equal to 1. Now, our required numbers are 37 into A and 37 into B. So, if I am taking this option, I will have the initial number will be equal to 37 into 1, comma, second number will be equal to 37 into 3. The second option is also same. It is equal to 37 into 3 in comma. Second element is equal to 37 into 1. So in either case, we are getting it as 37 comma 37 into 3 is actually 111. Okay. So the question is which is the bigger number or the larger number, and we could say the larger number is equal to 111. So answer is 111. 111 is the answer. Okay, this here the answer option C is correct. 111. Next question. Three numbers are in the ratio. Three numbers are in the ratio 3:4:5. Three numbers are in the ratio 3:4:5, and their LCM 2400, and their LCM is 2400. The HCF is LCM is given. We need to find out the HCF. Okay. So the numbers are in the ratio 3:4:5, and 2400 is the LCM. This is the one, and we need to find out the HCF. Okay. So how will you find the HCF? How will you find HCF? Okay. So let me take the numbers as we need to find out the HCF. HCF means the highest common factor, isn't it? So all those numbers, if I'm taking the numbers as ABC, if I'm taking it as ABC, this A, B, and C will have a common factor, and it can be equal to 1. Any number, it can be equal to 1. So I will take that common factor as some X. Okay. So then let me take the common factor as equal to some X, so that I could take this A as is equal to 3X. First number can be taken as 3x, second number can be taken as 4x, and the third number can be taken as 5x. So I have taken the HCF is equal to x. And again, it is given that the LCM of these three numbers is given to be 2400. Okay, so the LCM of these numbers is equal to 2400. Okay. So can you find out the number? How will you find the number? So, or what will be the LCM of these numbers? This is equal to, can I write it as 3 4 are 12, 12 into 5 is equal to 60x. 60x is equal to 2400, is it correct? Am I correct?
Yes,
How will you take
ma'am.
the LCM?
Yeah.
Okay, so I could write this LCM of 3x, 4x, 5x is equal to 2400, means I could write it as 60x is equal to 2400. Hope this step is clear. Hope there is no doubt.
Ma'am, answer is 40. X
40,
equal
ma'am.
to 40, ma'am.
Yeah, x is equal to 40. It is equal to 2400 divided by 60, and that is equal to 40. Yes. So common factor is equal to 40. 40 is the answer. Very good. So the answer option A is equal to 40. The next question. The GCD of greatest common divisor. Okay. The GCD of 1.08, 0.36, 0.9 is you can find the GCD, which is the greatest common divisor. Only difference is that it is given in terms of some point. No other problem. 1.08, 0.36, and 0.9. Okay. So 1.08, 0.36, 0.9. Try to find out the numbers so that it will be the product of these numbers. Okay. So I will write it as 2 into 0.36 This is equal to 2 into 0.9 into 0.6, and that is not 0.06, that is actually 0.6. Zero 0.6. Okay, that is equal to 2 into 0.3 into 0.3 into 0.3 into 0.2. No, this is simply 2. Okay. This is 3. What about the answer? This is actually very simple. This is 0.9 into 0.4 and this is simply 0.9. So what is the answer? Greatest common factor. So I will give
0.18.
0.9, ma'am.
0.9.
0.9. Answer is
0.9.
0.9.
0.9.
Yeah, 0.9. Actually, this step is not required here. This step is not required actually. From the step itself, we could find the answer. The answer will be equal, which is common to all the numbers. It is equal to simply 0.9. Okay. So the next question. Option B is correct. Next question. The product of two numbers is 2028. Product of two numbers is 2028. The HCF is 12. Highest common factor is 12. The number of such pairs. How many pairs are existing so that product becomes 2028 and product and HCF is equal to 13. 13. How many pair of numbers are existing? 2028 and 13. So the product must be is equal to 2028 and HCF is equal to 13. So I will take the numbers as, since the HCF is equal to 13, I will take the numbers as 13A into 13B is equal to 2028. And I need to find out how many pair of values are existing for this A and B. Okay, so 13AB is equal to 2028 by 13. So 2028 by 13 means, what is the value?
156, ma'am.
156. Okay, this is equal to 156. So again, AB is equal to 156 divided by 13, and that is equal to 1 times
12,
2
ma'am.
times 12. Yes.
12, ma'am.
So yeah. So which are the possible values of A and B? Product is equal to 12. Remember one more thing. HCF is equal to 13. No other common factors can exist. Okay. Yeah. So which are the possible values? One of the possible values is equal to 112, isn't it? 1 into 12 is equal to 12. Second one?
Yes, ma'am.
3
Yeah.
into 4. 3,
3 into
4,
4 is
ma'am.
okay. 3, 4.
2, 6.
Then
2,6.
2, 6.
can I take 2, 6? Is it permissible? We are having the highest common factor is equal to 13 and no other highest common factors or no other common factors. And here we are having the common factors given to be 2, isn't it? Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is not permitted because the common factor is given to be 13. No other common factors. That means this is not permitted. So only 2 pairs are possible. Then they are 112 and 34. 2 pairs. You can take 2, 6. So the answer is 2. Answer B is correct. 2 pairs are possible. The next question. The least multiple of 7. The least multiple of 7, which leaves a remainder 4. Which leaves a remainder 4. When divided by 6, 9, 15 and 18. When divided by 6, 9, 15 and 18. So the question is, we need to find out the number so that it must be a least multiple of 7. Least multiple when divided by least multiple of 7 when divided by 6, 9, 15 and 18, it must leave the remainder as 4. So how will you find the number?
By LCM, ma'am.
Yes, LCM. LCM of which numbers?
6, 9, 15,
15 and
18.
18.
Okay, so we'll first find the LCM of 6, 9, 15 and 18, and then
90.
yeah, we will find it.
LCM is 90,
LCM
ma'am.
is okay,
90.
90, isn't it? 90.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the first step is we need to find out the LCM of 6, 9, 15 and 18. Okay. 6, 9, 15 and 18. LCM, we need to take out the LCM. LCM is equal to 90. Okay. Hope you know how to find the LCM. Okay. And then it must be a least multiple of 7 and leaves a remainder 4. When divided by 6, 9, 18, and that means the LCM is equal to 90, and that 90 is divisible by all the numbers 6, 9, 15 and 18. But I should get the remainder as 4 when I divide this 90 by, when I divide that number by 6, 9, 15 and 18. So how will you get the remainder as 4? Actually, I don't know Tamil. Okay, I know Malayalam and only English. Okay, so this is the numbers are given to be 6, 9, 15 and 80. So we know this 90 is divisible by all the numbers 6, 9, 15 and 80. So the question is, how could I make the remainder as 4 so that when I divide the 6 by that number, remainder must be equal to 4. Divide this 9 by the number, remainder is equal to 4, etc. So how will you make that number?
Add 4 to this 90, ma'am.
Yeah, it is simply 90 plus 4, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I correct? Yeah, this is 90 plus 4. So, you know this 9, when I divide this 90 by 6, remainder will be 0. 90 by 9, remainder is 0. 90 by 15, remainder is 0. And 90 by 18, remainder is equal to 0. And if I need to have the remainder as 4, means it must be, or it will be equal to 90 plus 4, no doubt. And we are having one more condition, and the condition is that it must be a least multiple of 7. Okay, that number must be a least multiple of 7. So least multiple of 7 means I will add one variable term here. I will make it as 90k plus 4. Okay, so 90k plus 4 means this k can take any value. We know this, if 90 is the LCM of this these numbers, we know this 90 into 2 will be the that 90 into 2 means 180. 180 will be divisible by all the numbers, isn't it? So that means 90 into k makes a number so that it will have the factors as 6, 9, 15 and 18. And we are having the condition, it must be, we must have the remainder is equal to 4. So I'm going to find a number 90 plus k so that this must be, or this must have a factor as 7. Okay, so I will take from k is equal to 1. K is equal to 1 means we are having 90 plus 4. 90 plus 4 is equal to 94. And I need to check whether this 90 plus 94 is divisible by 7 or not. And we could see that 94 is not divisible by 7. Okay, the remainder is existing. So I take the value for k is equal to 2. K is equal to 2 means 180 plus 4. 180 plus 4 means we are having 184. So when I divide this by 7, I must get the remainder as is equal to 0. So when I divide this, it is equal to 40, 44. In that
Does not
case also,
divide.
that no, does not divide. And check for the other number, k is equal to 3. K is equal to 3 means we are having 270. 270 plus 4. 270 plus 4. That is equal to 274. Is it divisible by 7?
No, ma'am, not divisible by 7.
No, ma'am, not divisible by 7, ma'am.
What about 4?
It's
360 plus
364
Divisible, ma'am.
divisible by 7.
Okay, that is 364 by 7. That means this is the required number. 364 is the required number, so that when I divide this 364 by 7, remainder will be equal to 0. And when I divide this 364 by any of these numbers, the remainder will be equal to 4. So 364 is the required number. So this is the method for finding such kind of numbers. So the option, which option is correct? D. Option
D,
D is
ma'am.
correct. Please, yeah, option D is correct. I think we can do one more question. Find the lowest multiple of, what about this lowest multiple? That is simply the LCM. Okay. So I think we can avoid that problem. Fine. Yeah, lowest multiple means LCM is actually. So we need to find out the LCM of 24, 36, and 40. Okay. So don't write that question. We can pass on to the next question. The least number which should be added to 2497 so that sum is exactly divisible by 5, 6, 4 and 3. How will you find that number? The least number which should be added to 2497 so that the sum is exactly divisible by 5, 6, 4 and 3. How will you find the number? So the method is
Finding LCM for 5, 6, 4
yeah.
and 3, ma'am.
And then what you will do? That is correct. And then divide that LCM by 2497. Check for the remainder and then add so that after dividing the remainder becomes 0. So first I will find the LCM of 5, 6, 4 and 3. What about the LCM? 5, 6, 4, 3.
60, ma'am.
60. LCM of 5, 6, 4, 3. That is equal to 60. So the question is, I should divide that. I should divide this 2497 by 60. So I will divide it here. 2497. 2497 divided by 60. So it is 240. 97 1 times 60 37, and to make it as 60 I should add 3 plus 2 23, isn't it? So 23 is the number I must add to 2497 so that it becomes a multiple of 60. Hope it is clear. We are having the remainder is equal to 37, but we should not have any remainder if it is a proper divisor. So that means that 60 is not a proper divisor of 2497. And to make it as it is a proper divisor of 2497, we must need 23 more. Okay, that means this, if I multiply this 37 by 23, it becomes 60. So I should add the number 2497 by 23. So 23 is the correct answer. And the option C is correct. So far we have done 13 questions, and because of shortage of time, I'm stopping here. And if you have any queries, please ask. Anybody is having any doubt?
No
No,
doubt,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, really your session was nice, ma'am.
Thank
Learned
you,
a
thank you,
lot of
thank you for your
information.
appreciation. Yeah,
Okay,
thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you, ma'am. We'll see you later, ma'am.
thank you.
Welcome, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
yeah. Welcome, welcome.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Ma'am, attendance link, ma'am.
What, Praveen?
Ma'am, attendance link, ma'am.
Attendance link, ma'am. Sir, போடலையா? Post பண்ணலையா?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. எதுவும் post பண்ணலைங்க, ma'am.
Okay, okay. I will inform to the Satish sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Say he will send in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Any other queries from the students? Any other queries?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Shall we wind up?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam.
Welcome to all.
Kavita, madam, today's section was over. Kavita, ma'am.
Finished, sir.
Sir, madam left ஆயிட்டாங்க.
Oh, right. Satish sir இருக்காரா?
No, sir.
No, sir. அவரு இல்ல.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. செந்தில் குமார் கால் பண்ணுனா கால் பண்ண மாட்டேன்.
Manna, sir.
பிரின்சிபல் ரூம்ல இருக்குங்க. ஆமா சார் இருக்கு. ஒரு நிமிஷம் சார்கிட்ட கேட்டுருவோம்.